Hello, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the video version of the podcast that I put out every day. So if you listen to the podcast, and you can find it wherever you download podcasts, it's called Run to Your Challenges, you've noticed that I'm trying to shorten them to 1 minute to 90 seconds, so 60 to 90 seconds. And in shortening it, I realized that I have to cut a lot of the story out. So what I'm going to try to do a few times a week, I'm going to try to put out a video, all right? And this video will be just a kind of a longer version of the daily minute to minute and a half podcast. And I'll add a little bit more applicable lessons that you might be able to take away. So being the first one, I just wanted to explain it a little bit. And as an example, I want to introduce you to this week's challenge. All right, the topic for this week is, who are you as a leader? And it's all about trying to discover exactly who you are. And each day I'm talking about a different trait, a different leadership trait. So I started out the first the first episode of the week yesterday. I started with, who are you and what is your leadership style? Now, when talking about leadership style, I was very clear yesterday that I wasn't going to define all the different leadership styles. I want you to do a little research. Look up different leadership styles. However, one thing is certain. As leaders, depending on the situation that we're in or the people that we're leading, our leadership styles have a tendency to fluctuate at times. Now, this could be big, or this could be good at times, but it could be not so good at times. And here's an example. If you can find out what your ideal leadership style is, all right, and that's the style where, what is the leadership style of a situation that you know you're doing really excellent work in. So you're making great leadership decisions. You're treating your people great. Your people are responding to you excellently. All right? Is that even a word, excellently? Anyway, they're responding very well to your leadership style. Think about a situation like that, and then think about what your exact leadership style was. Then think of a time when things didn't go too well. Think about the leadership style that you used then. Now, what's going to happen, the cool thing is, eventually you are going to pinpoint the leadership style that you perform best in, and then you get the best results and make the best decision, and your people react the best too. That's the leadership style that you want to focus on being in the majority of the time. Because a lot of times when we get in a bad situation, we become reactionary. And we'll react, and a lot of times our reactions aren't the best, okay? And just because we're leaders doesn't mean that we don't have flaws, because a lot of leaders have flaws. If you're not a leader, you know this. If you're a leader, a lot of times blinders can go up, and all of a sudden everything has to be the way we want it. Well, as a leader, we need to realize that things aren't always going to go right. But one thing that we can control is how we react, and how the style, the leadership style that we have in all situations. So figure out what the leadership style you use in the best case scenario. And then when you kind of sense a bad situation coming, really key on your leadership style and try to remain in that leadership style where you get the best results. If you notice, great leaders, man, they're even keel. It could be the world and the walls could be crumbling down around us, but they are calm and cool and collected. They keep that same leadership style at all times, when things are going great and when things are going bad. It's football season, so think about some of the best coaches out there, some of the best football coaches. Look at them when they're winning. They're very stoic, right? And they're leading their people in various ways. And then think about when they're losing. Again, they might be stoic, all right? They're even keel. One of my favorite football coaches is Dabo Swinney, all right? Because, man, he is amazing and he loves his people. That's obvious. You know, his leadership style is the same whether he's winning, whether he's losing. He's continuously encouraging his people, and that's what makes him a great coach. You think about Nick Saban. I've only seen Nick Saban really lose his cool maybe 1 or 2 times, and you know, really blow up at referees. Now, I've seen him get on his players, but if you think about it, he's even keel. He's the same guy whether he's winning or losing. Compare that to some of the great leaders that you've worked for. It's probably the same. So that's the takeaway for today. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Get out there, go figure out where you lead the best, and then as you transform and as you see those ugly situations coming, you can really key on your leadership style. All right? And instead of being reactionary, be proactive and stick to that leadership style where you're at your best. Hey, I hope you enjoy the video version. I'm going to try to keep these to between 3 and 5 minutes from now on, okay? So have a great day. Go kill it out there. And as always, run to your challenges.